This is the question word how. How asks for more information or an explanation, like, how do you do this? Or how did you do that? A common question that starts with the word how is, how are you? This is what we call small talk. Many Americans are very fond of small talk, and this may not be a question you're used to, because Americans ask, how are you? And usually only are looking for a short answer that may not be the entire truth. They'll say, hi, how are you? It's great to see you. And they may not actually be looking for an answer to how you are. They don't usually do this to be rude, but it does take some getting used to. Another question is, how do you do that? As you can see in this picture, the teacher is explaining to these students how to do this math problem. The student could ask, how do you do that? How do you get this number? How? Asking for an explanation, or step by step. Another question is, how tall are you? The information here is relatively simple. I could be 165 centimeters, or I could be 5 feet. So how tall are you? You could also ask, how old are you? This is usually only appropriate to ask children in our culture. Especially, you shouldn't ask this to women who... Yes, you shouldn't ask this to women. You could ask, how cold is it outside? How cold is it? So you might notice that how tall are you? How cold is it? Both of these are asking for numbers. So it is 32 degrees outside. It is 0 degrees Celsius. But you can also ask about ability. How well can you play soccer or football? Or how well can you do math? How well can you sing? So this is a question that small children like to ask, and it means why. It's how come? How come? It's the same as why. Tell me why. How comes about this reason? How come? Same as why. Your teacher might ask you, how do you know this? How do you know? They're looking for more of an explanation. So, how do you know? An example in the classroom might be you're reading a text from a textbook, and one of the reading questions says, why did this character do that? Explain how you know. How do you know? And they're looking for an answer straight from the text. So how do you know? Looking for evidence. This is the question word, how.